Danielle Hanchikova. Hanchikova. Beautiful woman.
Beautiful.
Danielle, oh my god. Plus your arms need to be somewhat fit for tennis too, if you want to do the whole.
Oh, for sure.
Should I add anything else in there?
You're good.
Okay. Did you ever play soccer? Yeah.
I played soccer for like 7.5 years.
Yeah, I missed that part of the conversation. I'm sorry. What position?
All over.
Nice.
Mostly left.
All over the place.
Yeah, you're left footed.
Did you score goals?
What?
You score
Take some
goals?
G's, yeah.
Once in a while.
You must have been like, you're like taller than the average girl, look quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is weird though, because out of my friends, I'm like shorter.
What?
Really?
My
Are your
friend
friends super tall?
Melissa, my friend Melissa is like here.
Wow.
Me and Rachel are probably the same height. Actually, I'm probably like just the same height as a bunch of them. My friend Sharon's your height, probably.
B-ball you'd be good at, no?
I did b-ball for a year in school. I didn't like it. My sister loves basketball.
Does she?
Oh yeah,
She's a basketball all-star.
How old is she?
14.
My favorite sport was volleyball.
Volleyball.
Well, I like volleyball, like leisure
I'm
volleyball.
sure you loved watching the girls volleyball too.
Well, I mean, obviously. For the sport aspect, okay?
Whatever.
I wasn't great at volleyball. I was good at serving, and they recruited me for
I
a
couldn't.
tournament
I
one
can't
time.
serve.
I
I
wasn't on
sucked
the
at
team, they
serving.
told me
I was
to
like,
Oh, I love the spike serve.
I was very lucky
Because I could
because
jump super high.
my high school was so small that like I could play on the volleyball team, and like if I was like in a big school with like Ashley's school or A school, it's like I would have made it. So
Yeah.
I was very lucky to play.
I sucked at. Well, I love playing. I had fun, but I didn't. I wasn't good at
I
it.
was guarded. Fucking, it was always going in a weird direction. They did. I wasn't on the team, but they like bring me to some tournament one time because I was good at serving and we got like get a couple points.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if that was legal, but
Looking good. They're almost ready, eh? Ash,
I have to look.
syrup.
they look a little white. Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Well, let me just
Should I poke them so it goes right through?
cut a little sliver so I can see the inside. Cause honestly, after this like a million, chicken is like you cannot have it uncooked.
No. You
If it was
cannot.
steak or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, done.
Get in there.
Yeah, I would do like keep it covered for like 5 more minutes. It
Done.
looks good though.
It's
Smells
only
delish.
10, quarter after 10. So early. It's gonna be a long day.
Well, yeah, I checked the clock. It was 7:30 or something like that.
When this morning?
We
Yeah,
all
when
walking
they
up
woke
really
us up, the
early.
second alarm.
Volleyball's fun.
Really early.
What are some highlights from soccer, Ash? Some of your
I
best
honestly
moments in
don't-
seven.
I
They ran
don't
into the
really
goalpost?
remember.
I got Peru.
Like we went, we played, we had orange slices, and we were done. You know, like
That's a highlight for sure.
that was always the thing.
What
Like,
sports
We
did
always
you
had orange
play?
slices at like
What
between
sports-
sets and volleyball.
What sports did
except
you
there was
play?
always the cool mom
played
who brought
chess.
like cookies or something.
Chess?
I played. No,
Okay.
I played volleyball, basketball, badminton, golf.
Look at
Did you
you.
never play tennis, Ken?
No, our team didn't have like a or high school was too small to have like a tennis team or anything.
True.
But just for fun, I've gone on like it worked so
My
bad.
kid
Like
loved tennis, man.
the rally, like I can barely keep a rally going.
Yeah.
But
Just kept with it.
we'll keep trying.
If we're gonna have a ball, we should play volleyball.
Volleyball,
We should volley it.
so much fun. Badminton was fun.
I love diving for badminton.
Because I lived in like the outskirts of northern Alberta.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't much like athletic talent because the schools were so small.
Right.
Just
So
run
like
the scene or what?
my grade 12 badminton year, I did really well. Like I was like
Really good.
I mean, in comparison to that level, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't lose a set the whole year.
Oh wow.
I won every game like
Holy
2-0
smokes.
sets. But I mean, like
man.
again, there's like there's not a lot. So I was like, so I had like a big ego. I'm like, I'm fucking good at this game. So we go to Calgary, for provincials, right? I walk in, I swear, it was like me and like one other Caucasian kid and 14 other like Asian kids. I got killed. I got smoked so bad.
They're good.
The first set I played, the guy beat me 21-3. I got 3 points against him. He just destroyed me. Like, oh wow, I'm not good at this game at all.
Were you upset?
No.
I
know
flip
that-
one
I was
more
there to have
time.
a good time.
That's funny.
You remember? Or
I actually, because like after you win or lose, you move up or down in the rankings or whatever. Because me and the other Caucasian kid played, we lost every single game, and we finally got matched up because we were like lost every single game, and I beat him.
Yay. That's so funny.
Just like the kid, the Asian kid, he was like, he thought it was a joke. He's like, I'm just gonna embarrass them.
Oh,
hilarious.
that's
So
really funny.
The professional.
You probably
Back
went
to
into
play,
it pretty
destroys
confident too, eh?
Oh, because
You're probably like, oh yeah, I'm so good where I'm from, this will be fine, and then,
I didn't lose like a set in Northern Alberta the whole year.
And then boom, Asian kids get ya.
It was like a 15-minute match. It was so bad.
I have to try to poop, guys.
No
I have
milk?
faith in Bobby. Can you tell them when the chicken's done?
We need
Can you tell them when? Do you know how to tell?
We're having chicken
done?
for
Yeah.
breakfast.
It's like
Okay.
in the middle.
Yeah. Well, can
make
you
sure
help
it's not
them?
pink.
Can you help them?
Sure.
Okay.
You just make sure it's not.
Oh, I just make sure it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Are
got
you gonna?
Oh, coffee black, eh?
We'll go poop, are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
try.
having some?
Yeah. Save me like half
I
a
don't
bread.
have.
No cream.
Yeah.
Black it.
I did honey and syrup.
But if everybody's like super hungry and there's not anything left, I'm fine. I just wanna.
Tell us some stories from soccer, Ashley.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go poop.
Okay, think of some stories.
Okay.
Give us some sports stories, Bobby.
I'll try.
Like I got
What's a track story?
track story. I don't know. I didn't do too great at track meets, but I used to kill everything in school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to like run to the portables or whatever, all the time. I don't know. That's not ready yet. From not really much stories. Just the first time in like grade 2 that like one of the teachers saw me run. They're like, "Holy shit!" And they said shit. Apparently, I took off. And me and my brother always used to race. That used to be our thing. Like every single day in the back. We had a huge backyard, so we could run in the backyard all the time. And he'd like train me to be like the fastest runner. So I was like decent at soccer too. They'd always put me on forward. I'd just hit the ball forward and run after it and beat all the teams. Yeah. Or whatever, flank or whatever fucking position they put in strike it. One of the side ones. And then I got slower. Like grade 7, grade 8, people started catching up. Their bodies started
Developing.
yeah, actually developing, and I fell behind. Then in grade 8, I was the long distance runner.
Oh nice. Like 3K, like.
It was, no, I think I did 800 and 400.
Oh yeah.
I competed in, not in the same league.
It's like 800 is like 2 laps, right?
Yeah. 800, 400.
That's so long.
Yeah, so I like started as a sprinter, then I kind of, everyone got
Yeah, it is.
quicker than me by
How much
grade
longer should I leave them on there?
8. I'm sorry?
How much longer?
Just keep
I don't
looking
want
at
to
the
burn
middle, I
them.
guess. Try
What?
to open a different one next, and then
I'm gonna flip them.
I'd say another 5 minutes at least. It looks pretty pink in there, so even though it's burning pretty nice.
I think they look pretty good.
Was it okay inside?
What?
It looked okay inside?
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Basketball was cool. I made the 6, 7, and 8 team, even though you weren't allowed to make the basketball team in grade 6. It was only for 7 and 8, I believe. Then they put me on the team anyways and just told them people I was in
I think they're ready, eh?
I think I played small forward or whatever. They have like positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess.
Yeah.
1 is point guard, 2 is shooting guard, 3 is small forward,
Yeah.
power forward, and then 5 is what? Back
Just the
forward?
center or whatever,
Yeah,
like
center,
really good.
something like that.
Did you ever get to play with any of your sisters?
Play what?
Soccer team?
Oh,
Same team?
no. Actually, the only first, like cheerleading. My sister, she's on a cheerleading team, like on her at university, and it was. I remember the story. In March 28th, it was like a huge comp, and like for universities, and that was the only thing. That was pretty much the only reason I joined cheerleading team for Hong College, to actually go against her.
Oh, yeah?
But it didn't happen because I had to come here. Yeah.
Fun fact, I won hot shots in grade 8 in elementary school. Hot shots, so it's like, you just someone rebounds you got different spots, you shoot.
Oh,
different
yeah.
points.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, going into high school, I was the other person who like sunk the most out of every feeder school.
That's
Or
awesome.
all the other schools.
Hot shots. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like there's
Hot
like 3s at the
shots.
top, or like 2s like inside, 3 on the base, like the side baseline shots.
Yeah.
1 is obviously a close layup kind of thing.
Yeah.
You'd have a rebounder who pass back to you. So me and Buddy took hot shots in grade 8.
That's
So
sick.
that was a big eventual trophy. That was a big time. But grade 9, just trying out for basketball in high school, make you wake up at 6 o'clock. Like it's not for me. I got so lazy and anti-school spirit in high school.
I think it's ready, eh?
Check it out.
It is. Look.
So I like ditched all that competitive sports shit. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks good. Everything one's the same? More or less?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
That's pinky.
It is kinda
I want to leave
pinky.
this a little longer. Right?
Yep. I would.
They don't want pinky.
Nope. Nope. School ran with chicken. Yeah, the other ones. The other ones are a little smaller.
Or is golden?
Okay, Peels, question about cheerleading.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your team would like practice a routine from
Yeah.
start to finish, right?
Yeah.
What like percent of the time would your team make it through like perfectly?
Put it in the middle.
What? 1 second.
Put it in the middle, maybe? Like from the top?
What do you mean?
No,
I'm
little
gonna leave this one. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, sorry, ask that again?
So let's
I
you
can't
guys
really
had like a
multitask.
routine memorized, you practiced it, right? Like how often
Yeah.
would you make it through the routine without making a mistake? Like all the time, or
No.
mistakes like a lot?
It depends how far we are and
the
how far in
season?
the season.
Because obviously we're
If we will- okay, so- Every practice, like, okay, so we start like in September, for example, and it's over summertime. So it goes all year, whatever. That's just an example. So you start going just to practice and all that, you stretch, you do the simple like basics, whatever, and then once we get the first day for competition, like then that's when we start prepping for routine, right?
Yeah.
So like we get the routine, we practice like dance. One practice is just dance. One practice is just stunts. Like it goes
Yeah.
like in pieces, and
Yeah.
then you build it together. It's like a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
You build this, like you get good at this piece, and then you put it together at the end. And then the first time running the whole thing is like super cool because it's like the first time you're running it. So you've already done each part. Now put it together, and
Yeah.
it's like huge.
Looks dope.
And no, you don't get it every time.
So like let's
You just
say
run
the
it
day
and
before,
run it and run it, and then the day before comp, it's
Yeah.
like holy shit! Like we have to do this.
Do you screw up
tomorrow.
any at all during the
Oh, yeah.
routine day before the comp?
Oh yeah.
So there's
You fall, yeah. You just have to like, it's like any other
Yeah.
sport. You just
So
have
it's
to.
not completely mastered. There is some
No,
aspect
no.
of holy shit, there might be a
No,
fall.
no, like
the
you
whole-
fall and stuff. But sometimes, like, you can only do something for
Yeah.
so long. Like if you're
Yeah.
exhausted, your body can't.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I can't do something if I'm exhausted. Like my body just
You
can't
said you
take
get
it.
your routine, or do you make up your own routine?
No, you get it.
You get it? You don't
Yeah.
make it up? Or do you have any
Like
influence on it?
coaches make it, or if you want to get a coach from the states or
Yeah,
whatever,
they
you
make
can
the
whatever
routine.
do. Yeah, routines are really like you get like it's not something you can just wing. Like let's do
Yeah.
this. No,
So not
you have
like bring it
to-
on again?
What's
Or
that?
bring it- so not like bring it on?
no. But
Or the head cheerleader comes up with the routine, they go to steal it from
so sometimes no. But sometimes,
Clovers?
yeah, sometimes. So like, if your coach, like, if your team is exhausted, you're okay. There's like a break. We're done stunting or whatever.
Yeah.
Or do the whole routine but not stunting. Do the whole thing but not jumping. Or do the whole like
Yeah.
fully run.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mess up a bunch of
Okay.
times.
Did your bases ever drop you?
Yeah, I've fallen a couple times. But I just
Like
laugh.
it's on the hard floor.
Mats, it's a spring floor.
Oh. That sounds dangerous.
That would still hurt.
You
so bad.
have to. I wouldn't throw something crazy at tryouts, for example, because obviously I don't trust my bases enough. And the higher that you throw something,
Yeah.
the harder that you're
Yeah.
gonna come down. So
How
like,
high would you go?
it depends how high they throw me. And it depends
you
what
go,
I'm
like-
doing in the air. If I'm doing a flip or if I'm doing it, like
go,
you
like,
know.
15 feet high? Like a basketball net? Nah.
Oh, I go to a basketball net, maybe higher than that.
Yeah, shit.
It depends.
Intense.
But
To the, how about to that bar?
what's that?
This thing?
Oh my god, yeah.
That's probably like
Past
7
that?
feet, 6 feet.
Yeah, yeah, past that for
Past
sure.
his head.
Yeah.
How about that like
Yeah, maybe that light, like that
That's
one.
so high.
Yeah. That's
Well,
pretty high.
it gets.
Well, if you
yeah,
think,
it's really
yeah, if
high.
you think of someone
like I
just
couldn't
standing
stunt
on it.
right here because I would hit my head.
Yeah.
It depends how you throw though. But like usually openings, like which is like opening is like the very first part of a routine.
Yeah.
There's usually a stunt and it's like first impression. And like if I like in high school I was at Flyer, right? So it's like you have to have the strongest group basing, like the base, because it's the first impression, right? You don't want to be a shit show. Like,
Of course.
so that's like you have to have your stronger people on your.
Oh, the intense world of cheerleading.
No, not really. Not even close.
Did you guys hear that story? There was this football player.
Yeah.
He's like 270 pounds, just like a huge guy.
Yep.
But he also really liked cheerleading.
Yeah.
And so he got like a scholarship to go play football. And I forget, I watched this on YouTube. But like he's like the only way he's like I want to do both football and cheerleading. So like the
That's so
coach would
cool.
let him like right before halftime.
Yeah.
Coach would let him like run back and like change into his cheerleading stuff, and then he'd come on with the team during
No.
halftime. And then he'd change again and play the second half.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Like he just like loved it so much.
Wow.
And the coach is like, no, we just want you to play football. He's like, no, it's like,
I mean,
he's like, if I
that's
can't do both, I won't do
so
football.
interesting.
awesome.
Wow, good for him.
I love that.
I know.
He's a huge guy too.
I have a lot of knowledge about cheerleading.
Sarah, what was one of your highlights from keeping?
You want to eat this?
We're talking highlights.
I scored a goal once.
No way, as a goalkeeper?
Yep.
How?
Nice.
You know how when the ball's coming towards you at a fast rate, you can just boot it and
Yeah.
then it gets like trajectory, and so it bounced right in
So
front of
good.
them and went over
I
their
had a bite
head.
already.